tornado warning that we've seen out of this system in our viewing area. We take a look at where that is right now, and it's going to be north of Henderson. It encompasses parts of Granville County and Henderson County, right there where it borders the border of North Carolina and Virginia. So we're looking at this severe thunderstorm that is in effect until 12:15. So it's fairly short-lived, just a 15-minute a 15-minute tornado warning that we have in place here. Let's go ahead and loop the radar to start with, and we're going to talk about this line of thunderstorms. Of course, we've been tracking it, all morning long since very, very early this morning. So we'll jump on out and put the loop on this and show you what's happening here in terms of where the line is. So you can see it's fairly far away from the radar. Of course, our radar site is in southeastern Wake County, and of course, this is in our far northern part of the viewing area. So we are looking at the rain moving by. I'm going to take a look at the velocity, and of course velocity shows us where we could end up seeing some spin in the atmosphere. I'm going to stop looping this right now so we can get a better look at that, and it is showing up pretty well here actually. You see this notch where we have red here and green here, and that is a decent tornado signature. So that shows the green is headed toward the radar and the red is headed away, and that is an indication that we have some spin in the atmosphere. So it does look like that we have that potential there. Of course, that's why the National Weather Service ended up putting this warning out for us. I'm going to zoom in. This is a fairly rural area. Up here we have Carr Lake, and so it's going to be just west of Carr Lake. Here we go. We have some towns here. Bullock, Townsville, Hargrove Estates, all here. Are places that could be affected by this. I'm going to go ahead and also put I'm going to put a track on this area as well. This storm is moving at about 40-45 miles per hour, so we'll put a track on this, and as it continues to move off to the east, there are going to be a few communities up here, but of course north of Warrenton. Let me see if I can zoom in and pick up a few more. Over here, Churchill, Wilson Fork. Again, it's a fairly rural area, but what we do have right here, of course, is I-85. And you can see I-85 is going to be right through the middle of the forecast path. So this storm is going to be moving to the east-northeast very quickly, and it will affect the northern part of I-85, also US 1. So where I-85 and US 1 crossover, and that's going to be an area that will likely be affected by this. In this particular scenario, these storms have been spinning up and spinning down fairly quickly. But of course, anytime that we have the potential for a tornado, this is an area that you really need to take cover and make sure that you're in your safe place. So I'm going to clear that out again. Again, right now, this is moving to the northeast, Townsville, Hargrove Estates. We'll go back to our reflectivity, and I'm going to lapse this again so that you can see just exactly where this is, and we'll roll this through. And you can see it's this line of thunderstorms that, of course, has brought all the heavy rain and some wind damage. As a matter of fact, near Charlotte, the Weather Service is investigating to see if there was some tornado damage down there. As all of this moves farther east, it's going to move into an area that's even more conducive for strong, gusty, damaging winds or tornadoes. As a matter of fact, before I send it over to Chris, I'm going to back out just a little bit and show you exactly where this is. This is if you're just joining us, along a very, very long line of thunderstorms that we started tracking as it came out of the mountains early this morning, and it's moving across our viewing area. Lots and lots of severe thunderstorm warnings. Those are the yellow shaded areas. And of course, now this is the first tornado warning in our viewing area, again, north of Henderson. And that one expires at about 12:15. And right now it is 12:01. I'm going to send it over to Chris Michaels, who is going to talk a little bit more about where your safe place is at your house.
Absolutely, yeah, because sometimes that can be a little bit of a question mark. Now, again, if you're in parts of Granville and Vance counties, you want to get to the lowest part of your house. If you have a basement, that's great. If not, you just want to be avoiding the upper level of your house. Also want to get into a central part away from windows. This is stuff that we reiterate all the time. Bathroom's actually a good place. It's usually the place in your house that doesn't have any kind of windows. I do want to get a little bit of a look here at Apex, not to take away from what's going on in Granville and Vance counties, but the wind is absolutely whipping there on South Salem Street, and that's a place that's under a severe thunderstorm warning. I do want to take you into that just a little bit. Don't want to completely take away from Granville and Vance counties, but for those of you that are maybe concerned about your kids at Apex High, this is right about where it is. So you've got 64, you've got US 1, Apex High School right about there. And you're noticing those really strong winds that are moving into that part of southwestern Wake County. Looks like the worst of that is north of Holly Springs High School, so north of Cass Holt and Avon Ferry Roads, and avoiding areas like Fuquay. But in the meantime, do want to get back to the tornado warning safety tips. I want to let you know, if you're listening to us on 101.5 HD3 or streaming us, if you're in Granville and Vance counties, do not go parking under a bridge. That just creates so many issues. But Elizabeth, you